We trying to pay Water Street. Like I said, two people that just make it fun. I walk with a camera in hand. They never see a camera in their hand. Never see a brother with a camera in their hand trying to make some money. You feel me? So, they don't realize that the life that you were living right here, it's like the plan of it and whatever you're doing could make that struggle become a reality of it, you know? I grew up in Brooklyn, grew up in East Flatbush actually, and growing up in Flatbush, Brooklyn, the struggle is real because a lot of people trying to find a job, a lot of jobs they didn't want to hire, you know, when the heat and hot water was running, people used to go bare on the streets to make ends meet, you know what I'm saying? When people used to, what do you call it? When they ain't had no money to buy diapers, they used to steal the diapers out the store for them to put food on the table, you feel me? So it's like kind of like, you don't realize the struggle of Brooklyn until you get to the situation where you're trying to, at the time there was no welfare. There was no time, there was no Section 8. There was no time when Section 8 and welfare wasn't there. I think Section 8 and welfare came around in the 19 in the 80s or something like that. So yeah, I think in the early 80s, no 90s when Section 8 used to come. I think HRA come on. I started a job in 95. So yeah, around that time when they ain't had no section, I think, yeah, around that time though. And it was kind of hard because a lot of people trying to put food on the table for their kids, and they started stealing diapers and Pampers to feed their kids, you know, formula, all that shit like that back in the day, you know. And you don't know how it is when you grow up in Brooklyn and your father wasn't there and then you had a single mom, you feel me? Trying to put food on the table for your child, you know? Kind of like, it's kind of weird because you never see the struggles until you face that shit by yourself, man. You never see that shit until you understand how the world is. Because sometimes when you look at life, you look at it at a different point. People don't realize that we could hustle the world and we could do everything in the world. The world will lick in your ass. And you feel like the world will lick in your ass very badly though. See what I'm saying? So we on Bridge and Water Street. You know what I'm saying? This is not a reality world. This is a world that you ain't know how it is until you figure it out. You feel me? I tell y'all motherfuckers this shit. Y'all don't know life until you see that shit by yourself, man. You grow up in the area in Brooklyn, you see people thieving and stealing from motherfuckers. You don't even know how it is in the world. And they talk about, oh, they laughing because you don't really understand that shit. And they laughing at you because they never agree. They never agree how it is, you know? I tell people, when the struggle out here gets real, you gotta face that shit by yourself. Cause nobody ain't gonna help you until you have to help yourself, you know? You see motherfuckers laughing at you because they see you making something of yourself and they laughing. But they can't laugh at your struggle, they laughing at your success, you feel me? Back in the day, this used to be a crack house right here. And then they put buildings over here too. Look at that warehouses for leaks. You see that? We go into the old dumpling area. Give me a second. Somebody walking like that. I thought somebody was behind me. Shit. We on Gold Street right here. We're gonna walk up Gold Street because I think the bus stop is at York and Gold. Yeah, we're gonna walk right here. Damn, we made it right here, bro. So we on Gold and Water. You made it to the top, bro. We're gonna cut down Gold Street. Bus stop right there.
Yeah. So there's two options.
The bus stop is right there on Gold Street. Whew. We're about to hop on this bus right now. Bus stop is right by in front of this housing right here. Let me show you. Bet. The housing right here, that's the that's a project with my God. The project right here, that's where my God brother grew up right here. So by Farragut Housing, yeah. No, it's not Farragut Housing, I think, yeah. And that's where the bus stop is at too. Right in front of this project. But we're gonna stand here and wait for it. And then when the bus come, I just cross the street and catch it. It's good shit. My God brother grew up right here. That's the project right here. We stand right here to wait for the bus. See if the bus come. We're gonna cross right here and get it. All right, guys, we got to hustle out.